Yo, welcome back. So we are currently sat in the van after a long day. Well, a long week to be fair. So it's Friday. Today we've been on Elex. A couple of days this week we've been subbing out to John Bagley. So if you're watching this, but that's with Nick as well. So yeah, if you're watching this, John, thanks for the work. Obviously I'm self-employed now, so I'm subbing out some days whilst I'm still building up my own clientele, because obviously it doesn't all come overnight. But let's stop waffling, let's get straight into it. So today we've been on Elex. So Elex is like a tool show for electricians and just tool fairs, so a bit of everything. So we've been there today and we have come home with a load of goodies. Some of them I've bought and then some of them obviously been gifted, because we show it off on here. And just trying new products out. But there's another one which I'll show you now. So Armeg, obviously they do all the drill bits and all that jazz, so quite exciting. Next Friday, so a week today, we're going up to the factory to see how they're being made. So all the tool bits, all the drill bits, all the little cool hole saws, carbide ones, all that jazz, all made in the UK, how they're made in the factory, and I'm going to document it for you guys. I will just add as well, so this is the current situation on the van. So I've cut out the holes for the plugs, labelled them up, what's what, done a little diagram. I just need to find some time to stick some around. I do have some more contact adhesive on the way. I ran out of black spray painting this. I need to do everything in another coat, but I was mainly just going around the edges, and I'm going to get some, like, is it J trim or U trim or something, beading that can go around it all. But yeah, I'm happy with the results so far. Obviously matting's stuck down now. Yeah, it looks good. Just ignore all that abundance there. That's what I've just thrown out my van. Yeah, not fun. Please, Milwaukee pack out stuff, turn up soon. Literally, I've just thrown it all in. Right then, so this is bits and bobs which I've been given today. And then the Armeg stuff turned up the other day at Nick's house, but he's just given me it today. So let's run through all of this. This is the only thing I bought today, and it's probably the coolest thing in this box. This is going to be a game changer for you other Sparkies. So let's set it up on the tripod and I'll show you what it does. So this is the purchase. It was £20. When we were walking around the show, we literally just spotted it out of the corner of our eye. Loads of people huddling around. We were wondering what it was. So we went and had a look, and it's literally a little pop-outable, foldable little chair. Well, stool or whatever you want to call it. So literally it's a case of you just pull it out, lock it into place. That's locked in situ. And then, yeah, have a little seat. So when you're doing your little fuse boards and that, lifesaver or back saver, so you can just sit up straight. And yeah, so it's, you can change the heights and all sorts. So if I just want it a little bit smaller, I can lock it. Oh God, it's like squatting in the gym. So if you're sitting dead low, doing a bit of second fixing. So yeah, job's a good one. And then literally it's a case of just open it up, folds all the way down, fire it in the van. So for 20 quid, I thought it was a bargain. So I've shown you the poppable stool, and then once we'd been on that stand, had a look round the whole of Elex, to be fair. It was not the best this year, it was quite small. Had a look on the Milwaukee stool. Nick got roped into spending 500 quid. So he bought a 4-drawer and a 3-drawer. I mean, if his missus is watching this and he only spent 50 quid, it wasn't 500. You always take a zero off. But anyway, then we headed over to CT1 stand. Obviously we've got a good relationship with them. They supply us some products, and yeah, I use that to stick the van flooring down, the van vault down, and use it all the time. So they showed us some new products. So there was one which is filler and caulking in a tube together, and they're showing how like you can do it and then paint straight over it and stuff like that. So it's very cool. However, I don't have any of them. Nick has robbed all them, but I'll just get Nick to fix all the mistakes. It's fine. I'll make them and Nick can fix them. And then they showed us, so we've got Peel Tech, Peel Tech, which is, you can spray it on paint and stuff and it just strips it all off. And then we've got Multi-Solve, so this removes sticky stuff, or you can use it just to clean pretty much anything or remove silicone. And that is where I said to Nicola, can I have a tube of this? Because I need some, and I'll show you why. As you can see, that circle there is a very different colour, and it's horrible and sticky. And then also over here, not too bothered over here, but all along there is horrible and sticky because, let's just say, I let my dad loose with the contact adhesive, and yeah, he didn't realise here there was a hole missing, and he sprayed straight through the hole and covered my flooring in this horrible sticky. I'm actually going to do a short in a second on YouTube and Instagram and stuff, demonstrating how this stuff works. Not getting paid to do it or anything like that. I just, yeah, I've seen loads of people saying, what do you use to get sticky stuff off? Some people say hairspray, there's a few other little tricks, but this stuff is by far the best. So let's give it a go. And then also, there's two other little things here. So we got activator and the super fast. So the glue activator. So obviously we're not carpenters, but we did this little bit of handiwork here. And we put beads of super fast and the activator all along here to glue all this together, and then we screwed into it. We can do anything, me and Nick. Just definitely not two idiots that cut things a little bit too short and then just spray it black so it doesn't look like it's cut short. Such an idiot. Such an idiot. Here's me, crouching down like this. Excuse the sliders and the attire. I'm crouching. I literally have a stool that I've bought today to stop this and stop me hunching over. Let me set it up. Job's a good one. Life is never easy. Another Amazon parcel's just turned up. So that's actually for my friend's birthday. It's his 21st. He'll probably be 21 by this video comes out. And yeah, he doesn't have a girlfriend. So we thought it'd be funny, me and my other mate, to get him a bloke girlfriend. So yeah, that's quite funny. And then there's a few other little funny things, but probably shouldn't show that on camera because, yeah, it's a bit rude. But hey ho, that's what you do to your friends. All about a laugh. So let's move on to Armeg stuff. So this here is the kit which we used to do the holes over there, as you can see in the corner, on the van build. So this set here comes with the hole saw that goes in the chuck, I think the adapter which goes in the SDS, the little plug things which cover up the holes. So yeah, these are actually designed for chipboard floors in pretty much new build. So like the house I'm sat in, well, I'm sat in the van, but the house behind me, my dad's house and mum's house, is chipboard. So you can't traditionally lift the floorboards up without them chipping, ripping and all that jazz. So you have to cut 4-inch holes like this and then cap them back up. But it's a nightmare if you don't do it with this special tool, because then you have to brace the floor. Whereas this tool here leaves a little lip. So I'll open this up and show you that little lip. So I've just popped the cover off. Obviously we're greeted with the holes. So as you can see there, there's a lip around the edge. My phone's blown up because I put a little video out earlier. That's what we like to see. So you got the hole saw set with the arbors, SDS and normal, and the plugs. So that's a good little set. Obviously I've got my own now. We already had one that was Nick's, but Armeg have kindly sent me that out after seeing the van video, and they want to take us around the factory and show us some more cool things. So they sent me that, and they sent me 2 packs of the the black plug, sorry, to fill up the holes. So I'll just add, I'm very grateful for companies like CT1 and Armeg, or any companies that give me bits and bobs. Obviously the main reason I get this is through Nick. Like obviously he's been so good to me in the way that if companies want to send in products, they say, oh, can you send 2? And then he gives me 1. Obviously it's going to be a bit different now because obviously I'm self-employed, but even still, like today, go to a stand and they want to give him something, he's like, oh, can you give 2? So like CT1, give him 2 and then he'll give me 1. So it's just generally nice and generous of the companies to actually do that. So yeah, thanks Armeg, thanks CT1, and let's get right into it, the rest of this. Let's start with the drill bits. So these are same size? Yeah, so we've got 22mm wood beavers, these are called. So currently I've only ever used, just from Nick's influence, the Bosch speed bit ones, which I think a lot of people do use. However, the local wholesaler to us did do a demo on the Armeg day of these, and they were absolutely mint. So they fly through the wood. The only thing people say a lot is if you hit a nail, these are more prone to like lose their sharpness as such. However, I've never done it in my first-hand experience. I've done it with the Bosch blue ones, and I think just most bits, if you hit a nail, they're not designed for it. However, they do certain ones of these. I think they're carbide tipped. I don't think these ones are. These are just wood ones. If they get carbide tipped ones and it hits a nail, then it doesn't actually mess the end up. So yeah, these look good. Obviously, this is just going off looks and what the products, like Armeg's got a really good name to it. Like the brand as such, obviously it's been going for like 50 years plus, and they're all UK made. So the real dependent will be once we get on site and use them. What have we got here? So a 32-piece screwdriver bit set. So Nick actually asked for one of these because the other day I lost my impactor adapter set there. But yeah, so that's really nice. Obviously lots of the Armeg stuff's red, so that will look mint in Milwaukee drills. So we have got some carbide stuff I was talking about a second ago. So if I show you those two there, so we've got, they're both 20 mil, however that's a short stubby one, and that one is a bit bigger, so it can drill up to, I did see it, 25 mil thick, whereas this is 5 mil thick. So this is just your standard, like little thin bits of metal, like your fuse boards, whereas this is like your bigger, heavy duty stuff, so maybe thick uni strut or something like that. And these are carbide tips, so literally they just monster through everything and everything. We've cut RSJs. I mean, what? No, we don't cut RSJs. We've never weakened the structural integrity of a building. No. A 15-piece masonry fixing and installation set. So this is, in essence, drill bits and impact like bits as such. So that's the box, all the different bits and bats in there, and it comes in this nice little case. So obviously that has got a little strap on the back. So eventually I'll have all these little bits either in my pack out boxes or all on here, so I can just grab me bits off. Use some Velcro strips, and I've got a Velcro strap here. So let's open it up and have a look. So straight off the back, I think these are multi-material bits as well. Yes, so they are, I've just read the box. So you normally can tell that by the way they're tipped. They're normally like different colours as such. It's like the carbide ones. These are like always in Armegs, they're always this grey colour. But yeah. So you got all the different bits, and then these impact bits are my favourite bits, these PZ2 or PH2, whichever ones you use. So I've just read a bit more about these bits, as you do, and it says they do tiles and all sorts. So obviously it's multi-material, but I didn't think it'd be able to do tiles. So it does lightweight block, soft brick, timber, soft tiles, sheet material. So you learn something new every day when you actually read the instructions, which I don't do a lot. Finally, we are left with these absolute beauties. Anyone who actually uses drill bits day in, day out knows how good quality drill bits are and chisel bits. So these ones, we've got, I call it the OG bit in Nick's van. So there's an OG Armeg style one, which is a scoop one like this, but it's got the middle chased out. I'm going to, when I go to the factory on Friday and show you guys around, I'm going to see if they still make one or there's one lying around that I can, let's just say, borrow it long term, and it might end up sitting in my van vault and being used quite a lot. So yeah, and then I asked Nick to ask him for a very teeny tiny bit like this, so you can pop through and not blow the brick out, as we don't want to do that on the customer's house. So that's that. I've just realised, well, I'm twizzling this all around and it's really oily, so that's great. And then we've got obviously your bigger bits. That's a 20. You got a 20 there. No, right, I'm telling you a lie here. So that's a 16-bit, sorry. Then that's a 20. Then that's a 25. And then that's a 25, but it's a shorter one. So sometimes you can't get the angle of the angle in a smaller space, and you need a bit of a bigger bit. So that's that one. Looking at those there, you just like, you want to have a smaller bit to pop through first without blowing the brick. Then you want to have a bigger bit, like a 20, just for your average stuff. If you're just putting a cable through the wall, you're not putting your conduit, even though you kind of manu, but it's one of them. If it's straight through the back, sometimes I personally don't see anything wrong with it, but some people always put conduit through the wall. So obviously if you've got to put conduit through the wall, you need a 25 at least to get 20 mil conduit in, because you need a bit of play, do you know what I mean? And then if you need a bit of a bigger bit than that, then it's just really for when you bring in through like your main tails, you got your main earth, you got like a big 10 mil to bring through, or you're doing an EV charger cable, like a big Armored or something. But it's one of them, it depends what you do day in, day out of what suits your needs. But overall, all this stuff here doesn't look like a lot, but I bet it's easily, because good quality drill bits, they're made in correct procedure as such, so like they're heat treated and all that jazz. Obviously I'll show you how they're made next Friday at the factory. They're not cheap. I'm never going to say they're cheap, because it's like anything in life. The cheap stuff is not good. You pay for what you get at the end of the day. So luckily, obviously, I'm saying this and I've not paid for it, but that's just me being humble as such. So I'm going to round that video up here, as it is, what time is it? I think it's around 5:30. I've sorted all this out, showed you it off a bit. Didn't have to, just thought I'd show it off, give you a bit of update on the van. Obviously that's all stuck down now. Stuck down, not stick. And yeah, so what have I got on next week? Friday, I've got Armeg, 2 days with John Bagley again. and then Monday I think I'm off. Tuesday I've got a few little jobs to do, so yeah, really getting into the self-employed life. So thanks for watching, catch you on the next one, bye.